Hey everyone, appreciate y'all coming here and checking out this video. So, in case you don't know, a group of 76 players, including myself, decided to join together to enhance the experience of this side quest by making a visual walkthrough experience telling the story of the Mistress of Mysteries side quest. So on that note, feel free to go through this storyline with us while watching this. That's what we are trying to do while visually telling this story. We're trying to make it interesting as well as something where players can follow along and complete it. So far, this is only the second episode. If you haven't seen the first episode, that's about starting the quest and finding the Riverside Manor and the secret headquarters underneath it. I'll have a link, by the way, down below in the description to the first episode. Highly recommend it if you haven't seen it yet. This is the second episode to the Mistress of Mysteries storyline. So of course you're not going to be able to fully complete the quest if you are trying to follow along with this visual walkthrough experience. Yet, that is. You will be able to once we complete this whole series, of course. Which, just in case you haven't seen the first episode to this, it's basically Viola's experience going through the Mistress of Mysteries questline. Viola, by the way, is a character we made up. You get to hear her reactions over certain things that are said to her and what she figures out going through it. And whether or not she wanted to be a part of the Mistress of Mysteries in the end. No spoilers, but stay tuned for that. I believe we have 3 more episodes of this or so. It's nothing super long. We're trying to summarize it as best as we can. There is a lot to read and take in going through this. The reason why we chose this side quest is because we noticed first off how many players didn't complete the side quest. We could tell the percentage of players that did complete this side quest by just checking out the achievement or trophy. It states the amount of players who have completed the Mistress of Mysteries questline, and it is pretty low, which makes sense because it's a quest that doesn't really hold your hand going through it. You have to actually find this dead body and start the quest from there. It's kind of disappointing seeing how much work Bethesda put into this side quest alone. I mean, you'll see, especially if you take the time going through this and listening to the holotapes and reading all the terminal logs. This is one of Bethesda's deepest and longest side quests in Fallout 76 at least. So that alone was another reason. Also within this quest, you obtain quite a bit of unique items, such as the Blade of Bastet, the Eye of Ra, the Veil, a special outfit, a special gun, and you even learn how to craft a unique stealth boy called a Phantom device. So yeah, you do obtain quite a bit of unique stuff from this. But not only do you get unique items from doing this quest, overall, the adventure going through this and the length of it, you can tell how much thought and work was put into this quest. Like for one example, you're going to have to put on this veil to open up this secret door that leads down into their headquarters. But before you even get into their headquarters, you have to go through some laser grids as well. And the only way you're going to get past these laser grids is by wearing the veil. It is pretty creative and, once again, definitely lengthy. Not to mention, you also get an achievement when completing this as well. However, to actually get into this and learn about it, we're going to have to read a lot of terminal logs. And I know most players typically skip over terminal logs, me being one of them. I'm going to be honest. I don't typically stop and read every single terminal log that comes across my path. I typically skip them, to be real with you. Yeah, there are some that may catch my attention and I will read them, but for the most part, I am seeing myself skip past them because I'm just wanting to consistently get into the action. Honestly, I didn't even know much about this quest, to be real with you all, besides we got an achievement and all the unique items we got from it, and just in general, how unique the adventure was going through this quest. But the writer involved in this project, Michael Tanner, has really taught me a lot about this quest line. And heck, in general, the whole team, I'm sure. He has done a phenomenal job summarizing this story for us to consume easier. Instead of just all of us having to take the time to read, he actually jotted up a whole script for us to just follow along to get this machinima out there. His script he has set up for us to follow is extremely helpful for all of us. I want to make this clear. This is a major team project. There is in no way I am behind making all of this become a reality. Heck no, not at all. This is a major team project. This wouldn't have been the same, heck, nor even possible without the team. This took a lot of team effort to become a reality. So on that note, let me go ahead and give some other props. Big props to the voice actress, Jessica Dickey, for helping with the Viola character in this mini-movie series. Also props to Salt God Vogue for changing his whole character up to Viola and acting out the scenes for us. And I also want to spotlight Voltus. He is an upcoming Fallout machinima maker. Almost everything edited in this video, from the shots you see to the music you hear in the background, was from him. Please guys, if you have a chance and time, go subscribe to Voltus. A link to his channel will be in the description. He is extremely passionate about machinimas an amazing cinematographer, and just in general extremely talented with his craft. And you'll see within this second episode, he has really brought this to life. Like I mentioned before, he's just starting out on YouTube and would appreciate any support. Honestly guys, without him, this wouldn't feel the same, and I can humbly say he is better than me at making machinimas. I'm happy he's on board with us and hope he gets as much credit as any one of us taking part making this a thing for Fallout fans to enjoy. He definitely deserves it, guys. Please, if you have the time, go check out Voltus and subscribe to him. A link will be down below in the description to his YouTube channel. And not to mention, links will be provided to every other crew member too, down below in the description, if you want to check them out as well and give them a follow. Also, I wanted to give major credit to the one and only Bloodied Mess. If you haven't heard of this guy, you definitely need to go check him out. He's the one who has turned these holotapes in-game into holograms on our Pip-Boys. So he's literally turned it from just listening to actually visually consuming a freaking holotape instead. I mean, it's just phenomenal. This guy is extremely creative. You'll see the special effects he has created within this second episode. Also, I want to be clear, every 3D animation you see in here was made from Bloodied Mess. This guy is the one who is majorly pulling this together for us. Honestly, without him, I don't think this would have ever been a thing in the first place. So yeah, also major credit goes out to Bloodied as well. And I'm not trying to leave out anyone. Also to everyone else as well that helped play a role to make this thing a reality. Appreciate it, guys. But yeah, now let me go ahead and get into this visual walkthrough experience of the Mistress of Mysteries. This is episode 2 to the storyline. If you haven't seen episode 1, definitely recommend watching that before this. A link to it will be down below in the description once again. But yeah, that's totally up to you. Anyways, here it is, everyone. Here is how we have decided to enhance Bethesda's side quests for players to understand and consume easier. If you enjoy this, I know it's kind of annoying to hear this kind of stuff, but consider taking a little bit of your time and leaving a like on the video. That would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, here's the second episode over this project. Expect the episodes combined like a full movie experience when we officially get all the episodes out. But yeah, anyways, for now, hopefully you enjoy this episode.
It was overwhelming. Like something out of, well, a comic book. Oh my goodness. At first, I thought maybe it was a film set. We'd read about the Silver Shrouds TV show and just assumed the Mistress would be on it too. I thought, is this why she moved here? They were going to film it here in Charleston? And that's when I noticed a terminal was still on. New initiate registration? Sure, why not? Number 1. Listen to the headmistress's introduction.
Hello, dear. Welcome to the Order of Mysteries. I'm sure you're a little nervous. I know, it's a lot to take in.
You got that right.
But the girls wouldn't have invited you here if they didn't think you were ready.
What girls? Ready for what?
8 years ago, I began training the girls we adopted to fight like the Mistress of Mystery, the hero I played for all those years on the radio. Does that sound a little silly? I suppose it did to me too, at first. But the world needs the Mistress. It needs people with the strength to face the darkness, the will to survive against any odds. It needs you.
Nope. I met Shannon Rivers and her daughter one time after the war. It was a week or so after the flood. So many bodies just everywhere. I found her though. I found my mama. I brought her here.
Are you all alone?
I am now.
Headmistress?
Dear, I'm sorry.
If you need somewhere to go, we can offer.
What are you talking about? I'll be fine.
When the time comes,
Wait, I know that voice. What's this about? Mother? I don't know what this is, but I don't need anyone. Just leave me alone. Never saw him again. I didn't understand what was happening back then, but now...
It's time for you to join our sisterhood, the Order of the Mistresses of Mystery. You won't have to walk this path alone. For the next few months, you'll be training with one of your sisters. If you have someone you want to work with, that's fine. If not, Kryptos will assign you a mentor. And as soon as I get back, we'll sit down for tea. Just the two of us. I promise.
Somehow, I don't think you're keeping that promise, Miss Rivers. I went back to the computer, or Kryptos as she called it. First, I had to find a mentor. This is where I thought the computer was just messing with me. It randomly assigned me a mentor, Natasha Hunt. Oh, come on. Natasha had been a part of this? That princess? I followed the instructions on Kryptos, and I tell you, Miss Rivers had been real busy since the war. There were whole sections on here detailing the lore of the fictional Mistress of Mystery, which I don't want to brag, but I already knew all of it. Blade of Bethesda, Eye of Ra, this was all comic book stuff. But then it got into the real world. Miss Rivers taking in the girls, training them, fighting raiders. This was crazy. I spent a whole mess of my life just trying to survive. Miss Rivers wrote in one entry, "We need more than survival. We need heroes." Looking at the screen, looking all around at me at what she built, and looking at the world outside right now. Maybe she was right. But who was that poor girl on the mountain? Where was Miss Rivers? Where was the rest of the sisterhood she was writing about? I had one clue. My new mentor, Natasha Hunt, a girl I bloodied on the playground when we was kids. She went on a mission to that ghost town, Lewisburg. So I knew that's where I was headed. But first, I had to see what I could loot.
Frederick Rivers, production log number 194. Phew, been a busy week. Janet and I finally got the new fabricator all wired up. Should have done this years ago. Brianna was our first guinea pig user. Her blade turned out fine, but her phantom device had a bit of a valve leak. Had to clear the lab until we could vent the gas. Ooh, nasty stuff.
They built a phantom device? Like the one the Mistress used in issue 244? Dang.
Janet really deserves most of the credit. It's a slick system, and networking it into cryptos will save us a lot of bookkeeping. Beyond that, usual mix. Shannon wants a recording device for her next mission. Isabella's gun prototype needed some work. Oh, and Eve has me working on some new programs for the Hall of Trials. Have to keep the girls on their toes. They certainly keep me on mine.
I tried the production terminal, but being an initiate meant I had access to absolutely nothing. Well, except I did get to make a fresh veil of secrets, so I didn't have to wear that dead girl's. So, there's that. Now, the folks in Lewisburg were unique. Kinda artsy, a little frou-frou. They really kept it up after the bombs, even holding festivals every year. Hair quality was always kind of a little rough there, especially once the Rockhound got going. But they stuck it out. We all knew what happened that day. The whole town massacred by those monsters from the ski lodge. The rest of us steered clear of Lewisburg after that. I heard the responders didn't even bother to retrieve their vendor bot. I decided to head up high so I could get a better view of the town. Thought maybe I'd get lucky and Natasha would just be hanging out waiting to welcome me into the sisterhood. What I found? Raiders. Well, dead ones, luckily. I found a note. Best I could figure, the raiders hit the town and Natasha was sent out to investigate. Somehow they knew she was coming, but they were dead. I was no detective, but the one with the note, well, it looked like whoever got him right through the eye while he was aiming. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh, Natasha, I'm so sorry. She'd been dead a while. One of the responder nurses once told me that the radiation after the war is doing funny things to everything, living and dead. Some folks will be skeletons in a month, and some will look like they just went to sleep instead of being dead for half a decade. Some will look gone and rotted, and then suddenly, they'll sit up and start chasing you. I grabbed a holotape and Natasha's login, and left Lewisburg to the dead. Back at the manor, I used Natasha's login to find out a bit more information about this whole Mistress of Mysteries secret society thing. Gave myself a little promotion as well. Now, I was a novice of mystery. Not quite as thrilling as I thought it would sound, though. I also got another holotape message from Miss Rivers and something I could actually get out of the fabricator.
Congratulations, dear. I'm sorry I can't be with you today. But I'm sure the other girls can walk you through your vows.
Vows?
Things have been difficult for us of late. In 8 years, we only lost one member of our family. In the past 3 months, we've lost 7.
7?
All to raider ambushes. I've asked Eve to accelerate our training program. If the worst should happen, we need everyone to be ready. In order to become a full member of the Order, you will need to master the tools of the Mistress of Mystery: sword, shot, and shadow. Work with Eve and your mentor. When the time comes to prove yourself, Kryptos has the details.
Well, my mentor's dead and Eve might be too, but there's one thing I know. I look pretty good in this outfit. What's next?